Good morning, everybody, and this is your Euro USD setups for today. So, yesterday was just another up and down day. A lot happening in the markets, bit of a sell-off in the US, Forex all over the place. But one thing is really clear now. We spoke about this potential cup and handle inverse head and shoulders structure that is forming here. Not too difficult to spot, but yeah, that would be your left shoulder. Here's a double head. Here's your right shoulder, or this is your cup and this is your handle. Or you could say here is left shoulder, here is head. I need a right shoulder to form. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. The other element here is pretty much a really messy channel. Okay, so what does this all mean? One thing is clear. We have broken this 8-hour. We haven't come back to test it. We did try, but it didn't materialize. These three levels that we've been speaking about all week are still very much in play. So 108.557 to the upside. The midline here at 108.261 and the bottom area here at 107.973. Oscillators, I'm going to say they're hovering nowhere at the moment. I'm not going to read too much into what I'm seeing there because I don't trust what I'm seeing. I'm just looking at price action at the moment. Buyers do look like they are trying to get control of this. And remember, when we look at it on the weekly, we are in amongst the weekly moving averages here. So it is to be expected that it is going to be a tough ask to get going to the upside because we are below the 150 EMA, which indicates our trend. So the minute you start drilling down to the time frames and you just understand that we are extremely confused at the moment. We are ranging, so nobody really knows what direction is going to go. We don't have clear indication on rates, cuts, gold, silver's all over the place. There's so many things that are sort of all over the place. We had this gap up here, and then we had another gap up which attempted to close, but it's still open on the 3-hour. But look at the tails. So we're rejecting the top, and we're buying off the top. So this just shows you the confusion in the market. The bulls are buying. We're sort of top of a range. Bulls are buying in the top of the range, and the bears are selling. And at the same time, if you draw a line along the top there, and you draw a line at the bottom here, you've got a megaphone formation forming as well. So when we get down to the hour, I've been sitting on the sides for this for some time. And I'm actually quite glad I sat on the sides yesterday. All this confusion, barbed wire, big squirt up, break of the structure, fantastic. We're looking for an opportunity to get in on this. And then this morning we sort of moved to the downside with the big engulfing bar, just coming to close the gap. So I'm still sitting on the sides. I have no interest in trying to second guess this pair when it looks like that. There's absolutely no reason for me to want to lose my money. Now there you can see a much clearer picture of it. So just hovering sideways. Something happened which kind of in the middle of the day yesterday. Big move up, big gap, and then immediately come back. And we've now closed that gap in the Asian session. We do have a little gap, a daily gap higher up as well, which is just the top of the level. So I am still sitting quietly. I don't really want to get involved in this. When we're in amongst moving averages, then we get going, and then we get back in amongst moving averages. Now we're below the moving averages. So, there's merit for a short, and then when you start drilling down or zooming up to the higher time frames, there's definitely merit for another long. And the reason why we're buying so close to the top of a fairly strong bit of or strong level, I have no idea. No, there's no reason for it. It's look there, consolidation, rejection, consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. So my view still stays the same. I want to see a decent defense of 108,557 before I start looking at anything to the upside, and anything to the downside, I'm going to need a decent rejection of 107,973. So that kind of stays the same. I'm not going to change that tune. Yeah, look at the oscillators, look at the moving averages on the 3-hour. The probability is to the upside. It's greater. There's a greater probability of this move to the upside than there is to the downside. So that's what I'd be waiting for. But I want clear break and retest of structure. I don't want to see this kind of nonsense. Anyway, that's kind of my view. I'm sitting quietly. We'll wait for the politicians to finish their song and dance this evening, and then we'll have a look at it to see what we can do. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.